Our backroad adventure this time takes us literally off the road and into the air to where no roads go, behind Juneau, Alaska. Yes, we're going to take a helicopter and fly around the Juneau Icefield and land on a few of the glaciers. Behind the capital city of Alaska, there is a gigantic collection of glaciers, collectively known as the Juneau Icefield. It created some amazing mountain scenery, and you can't see it from Juneau. In fact, there's not even a road that can take you to a point where you can view it. The closest you can get to any glacial ice connected to the icefield is the famous Mendenhall Glacier. Like other tourists, we came to Juneau on a cruise ship. There are many activities in Juneau to enjoy, such as tour the museums, walk around the colorful town, or take a seaplane somewhere. But you should really take advantage of being in Juneau by taking a helicopter trip to see the glaciers and the magnificent scenery. When you arrive in Juneau and the weather is dreary, which is what happened to us once, then most likely nothing will be flying. But if the weather is high overcast, or on a rare event, there are clear skies, then do yourself a favor, spend the money and go on a helicopter tour. You'll be rewarded with memories that will last a lifetime. One word of advice when choosing the helicopter tour to take. Go on a tour that specifies landing on the glacier to walk around. These are typically referred to as pilot's choice tours. This way, depending on the localized weather conditions, the pilot makes the choice on where to go and land. Other tours last about 30 minutes and go on a designated route, and you may not have as good an experience as you would on a pilot's choice tour. In case you're not familiar with glaciers, go to our blog at backroadswest.com/blog and click into the search box and type in the word Icefield. Find and click on the post about touring the Juneau Icefield. We've spelled out more details on the mechanics and geology behind these extraordinary landscape-altering rivers of ice we call glaciers. We're not going to explain how glaciers work in this video. Over the years of traveling to Alaska, we've taken 2 different pilot's choice tours. Each one was a different mind-blowing experience. So, we're going to take you on both of these tours virtually with this video. Let me show you on a map where we're going to fly over and land. Our last trip, which we took in 2018, occurred under clear skies. Amazingly, the people in Juneau were walking around in shorts and tank tops. We all know where Alaska is. In case you're not familiar with the geography, Juneau is located way down here. As you can see on this map, Juneau is located south of the icefield. It is relatively close by, but the icefield and rugged mountains are not visible from town. We start both of our trips from Juneau Airport. Our 2018 trip followed this route. We quickly climb over the mountains behind Juneau and start seeing alpine scenery. We see our first glaciers near an area ironically named Death Valley. Then we follow the Norris Glacier down to the toe of the enormous Takeoff Glacier. This is the biggest glacier in the entire icefield. The next glacier after Takeoff is Hole in the Wall. Here is where our first landing takes place. After we walked on Hole in the Wall Glacier, we headed north up the canyon created by Sockeye Creek and its grand waterfall. Then we begin our traverse over the Juneau Icefield and realize how big it really is. After a few miles of flying over solid white glacial ice, we pass right between the Takeoff towers, fly over more ice, then set down next to a hanging glacier. That's a glacier that is descending down a ledge and is similar to a waterfall. We then head back to the airport after flying over the Herbert and Mendenhall glaciers. On the trip we made in 2002, we head towards the north end of the Juneau Icefield. On this day, it was overcast, so you can see how different everything looks under cloudy skies. We start with a great view of the Mendenhall Glacier. We head north along the western side of the mountains, looking down on the various glaciers. Then we follow the Eagle Glacier as it loops around. We hop over a high ridge and then set down on Herbert Glacier. It's here that we get a good look at what makes up those black stripes that occurs on almost all glaciers. We thought it was just dirt, but much to our surprise, they are all large boulders. Back in the air again, we hop over another ridge and cruise down the Mendenhall. We turn into a small alcove and set down next to another hanging glacier, this one called Suicide Falls. After walking underneath the ominous-looking Suicide Falls, we continue to follow the Mendenhall Glacier back to Juneau and back to the airport. Those were both of our routes. So, are you ready to sit in the helicopter and go for a ride to all these places? Good. Sit down, buckle up, and let's go.